Hey guys, it's Drea. Today I have my project pan, my rolling project pan update. So this is my project pan series that I do every month where I have 10 products, and as I finish things up, I roll new things in. So I have 2 things that are coming out this month and 2 new things to bring in, and then 8 things to update you on. Okay, let's start with the 2 things that are coming out. This is not 100% done, but it's so close that I know I'm gonna finish it in like the next couple days, and I don't want to wait like an entire another month. Tongue-tied. To update you on it. So this is my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Loose Powder. So the first line at the top is when I brought it into this project in April. The second line is May, even though they say M and A, they're backwards. And then this little tiny line right at the bottom is today. And I did take the stopper out, when was it? Probably like a good week and a half ago. And if you could see, there's hardly anything left in there. This is probably like maybe 4 days usage at the most. You can see it's very fine. I don't know if you could tell that it's wafting upwards, but yeah, I do enjoy this. I have enjoyed using it up, and I'm gonna bring it out as soon as I finish it up. I'm not gonna bring in another powder. I'm gonna try to use up the other one I have in this project faster instead. The second thing that is coming out is my Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation, stick foundation in the shade F6. So the way I had measured this was when this was rolled all the way up, I placed it against the lid, and then the first line was the first update, that's the second update, and now it's completely finished up. So this is rolled all the way up. I cannot, like you can see, I can't roll it up anymore. I'm not going to dig the rest of the product out. There is more product in there. I'm not going to dig it out, and I'll tell you why. I really like this foundation. It's the only stick foundation that I've ever tried that I've actually enjoyed, that doesn't like sink badly into pores. But it's getting really old, and I've started to notice that it breaks apart on my skin really quickly. And it didn't used to do that, but I've had it now for probably like almost 2 years. So it's definitely like, I don't want to dig out the product because there's no point. It's breaking up on my face. I was glad to just be able to use it up completely. So next, okay, now we're into updates. I will say this, for the last month, so today when I'm filming this is June 1st. The month of May, 2 weeks of that was me getting my store ready to reopen. And during those 2 weeks, I hardly wore any makeup. I was literally wearing concealer, eyebrows, and mascara, and like setting my concealer. That was it. That was the only product I was using. Actually, I was using my It Cosmetics powder just to like stop the shine on my face, but no foundation, no eyeshadow, like nothing else, no highlighter. So for 2 full weeks, I was wearing the barest of bare bones makeup. So for a lot of these things, they didn't get as much use as I thought they would, but there was no point in me putting on makeup just to look at myself all day long. So anyways, then when my store opened, obviously I've started wearing more makeup. And by the way, I'm filming this after work. It's 6 o'clock. I know the lighting is super weird this time of day, but it is what it is. However, the whole reason I got into this is because this is my Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade 01 Champagne. This is where it was when I brought it in last month, and this is the update yesterday. I'm actually shocked at how much I've used in 1 month. Like, it goes so fast. I feel like 2 applications. This is like 2 applications since even yesterday when I marked it. So it goes super fast. So this is gonna end up going way faster than I thought it would. Okay. My food came, had to eat. Lighting is different, I know. It's not great, but it is what it is. So let's move on. So next there is this. So we're in the update part of this video. This is the Sue Revitalizing Rose Mist. So here's where we started. There's the last month's update. So that would be the beginning of May. And this is the end of May. Now I noticed that like there's a huge amount used here, which would be April, and there's only this amount used in May, and I'm like, I feel like I used it the same amount because I use this as my last step after skincare at night. So generally I will spray my face as the last step. So you would think that the amounts would be the same from month to month, but apparently not. Apparently I use this far less in May than I thought I did. So I just have to keep plugging at that one. So this is the other powder that I have in this project. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. this is gonna take forever. So this is April, this is May, and then this is June. So we're getting a very, very, very tiny amount every single month. Now I only use this to set my under eyes, so that's why it's such a tiny amount, because like you don't need a lot for under your eyes. I'm thinking, now I'm hoping that eventually I can get the sifter out, but I don't know. It's different than any other sifter that I've seen, and I just don't know how it will actually come out. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to try using this not only as my under eye setting powder, but I'm going to try using it as my face powder this month as well, because I just want to get through it a little bit quicker. Normally I wouldn't want to get through a powder like this super quick because it's very expensive, but I've had this for a long time and I feel like the effectiveness of it now, so probably like 8 or 9 months after I purchased it versus when I first got it, I feel like it is not as effective. I feel like when I first got it, I really loved how smooth it made my under eye, how like, I don't know, you just couldn't see my lines as much. And recently I feel like my lines are more and more and more pronounced. And I've talked about how I feel like I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's my under eye cream, if it's my concealer, if it's powder, whatever. But I do think that this powder is drier than it used to be and not as hydrating. And I feel like that is contributing to things. So I think I will try to use this up on my face as well to get through it a lot faster. Next is this. This is my primer that I'm using. I can't really measure it, at least yet, because I feel like if I squeezed it down that I would squeeze some out. So this is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Instant Perfecting Power Primer. I only put this in this project last month. So here you can kind of see, and I can get a picture, screenshot of last month, what it looked like. I think I was using this on the days that I wasn't wearing most makeup, because I was still using primer to fill in my pores, but I don't think I used it every day. So I used it quite a bit this month. I don't like this as much as I used to. I do think that it slightly mattifies, but I don't think that it fills in pores very well. Today I used Benefit Professional, and when you use Benefit Professional, you can actually see your pores disappear. When you apply it, you could see them just like, it's like flat. There's no more bumps. And with this one, I still feel like I could definitely see my pores. So it's not really a pore filling primer, I don't think. It's definitely more of a mattifying one. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to use it for a while at least. The intent was to use it up completely, so I don't know where I am with this yet. It might be good for in the summertime though, as my skin gets like more oily in the summertime. So I might actually appreciate the fact that I'm using it. Okay, next is this. This is the Benefit Cheek Leaders Mini Bronze Squad, and what I'm doing in here, I have a little note to myself so I know, is the goal is to hit significant pan on the highlighter shade, which is called Cookie. I did hit a lot of pan, but I want to hit like a lot of pan. So you can see right there, I have hit pan. It's a pretty good amount. You can see the nice big round dip in there. I'm very proud of this. But when I put this in this project last month, I said the goal was I want to hit significant pan, so like quite a bit. So this is definitely going to stay in this project for the entire month of June, and we'll see how far we get. And then probably this will be the last month that I use it, and then I'll try to hit pan on another highlighter maybe. Similarly, this one here is the L'Oreal Glam Bronzer for Face and Body in 02 Medium. The goal is to use it for May and expand the pan. Well, here we are. So you can see right in the middle of this, you can definitely see waffle. At the beginning of May or the end of April, you could see the waffle, but I feel like there was maybe a slight layer of bronzer over it, just the tiniest little bit. And now you can really see the waffle on it. And by the way, I forgot to say, the Cookie highlighter is the highlighter I'm wearing today, and then this is also the bronzer that I'm wearing today. The goal for this originally was just to use it in May and expand the pan. I feel like because I didn't use it and I did not use this for those 2 weeks that I was hardly wearing any makeup, I didn't really do as much as I wanted to do with this, so I'm going to keep it in for one more month. We're going to keep it in for the entire month of June and see how the pan looks on this in June, and then I'll probably switch it out for something else. But I wanted to work on it a little bit more because I really didn't use it for an entire month. And lastly, I only put this in last month as well, in April. This is the Lancome Fasterness Waterproof Concealer. So again, I'm putting it up against my face because you can really see it against the skin tone. You can't really see like what's happening if I put it with the background. But anyway, it's getting flatter. So on the days that I was wearing kind of the no makeup look, I was using this. I was using this each of those days, I think, except for one. And so I did use quite a bit of this month, probably more than I would have if I was wearing like work makeup, because for work makeup I tend to use things that are more light, and this is more my skin tone, which is why it works really well for no makeup. I use the shade 210 Buff, and it really does just match my skin tone. It doesn't fully cover my dark circles, but it melds in with my skin better than other things do. So you can't see like a line of demarcation with this. It just looks like I have less dark circles when I'm wearing this. So I used a lot of that, but I think we still have quite a few more months because this stuff is pretty potent. And you know that even when you think you're down to it, you open it up and there's a ton left inside. I keep forgetting to use this. I did use it a little bit this month, but not a lot. And I actually feel like I sharpened it today. I feel like this is wiggling and it's just like ready to pop right out. So I don't know how much is actually left in this, but this is the Pixie Silky Eye Pencil. The first line is when it came into the project April 1st, then we have April 30th, and I measured this just yesterday on May 31st. So the bottom of the paper is where I have been measuring it from. So you can see that the first month was quite a bit more. I didn't use it definitely nearly as much in the last month as I did before, but I did use it a little bit. All right, so now I have two things that I'm bringing in. I didn't want to bring in another foundation because right now I'm just using my Smashbox one, and I feel like that's kind of cheating because it's the only one I have that I can use for work. So it's the only one I'm going to use for work anyway, so it doesn't really feel like a project pan item. It just feels like an item that I'm using. So I wanted to bring in something that I didn't have in this project, and I don't have a fragrance right now. So I'm gonna try to use this up, and I know this doesn't look like a lot. I'll mark it after this video with nail polish because it's glass and I can't mark it with a marker. It doesn't look like a lot, but I think it's deceptive. I've had this now for quite a few years. This is a Versace Eros Pour Femme Eau de Toilette, not the parfum. They smell different. This is the one I really like. I really, really like this scent. It's very kind of sweet but fresh, and it smells so different than the parfum version. So don't get the other one. This is the one I like. I don't know how long this will take. I feel like I could use it every day and see, but right now I'm really into a phase where I'm using Bobbi Brown Beach a lot as well. So we'll see. I'm not gonna like force myself to use this every day, but I do want to get through it because you can see back there, I've got 3 large bottles and 1 mini bottle of perfume. And then including this one, I had 3 in my bathroom. So that's quite a bit. I feel like 6.5 is a lot. I've had more in my life and I've had less. So I just kind of want to get my perfume collection down as well. And then the last thing and the next thing I'm bringing in, this is kind of a gimme. I feel like it won't take that long to use this up. This is the Sephora Banana Cream Mask, and I should mark it, but I haven't yet. It looks like, it's kind of hard. It is see-through, but there's like product blocking it. So I feel like it's probably right about here. And I could probably tell better if I held it up against the light. Yeah, I think it's about there. This is probably 3 or 4 uses because a little kind of does go a long way with this. It smells really good. This is kind of a calming mask, a little bit nourishing, maybe a little bit hydrating, not super hydrating, but I feel like it's very calming. So it feels really good on the skin, especially after a long day. I love to use masks, and I almost only use them when I'm in the bathtub because I feel like you can just sit there and you're reading or you're on your phone. If you're adventurous in the bathtub, you're on your phone. So that's generally when I use them. I don't tend to use them a lot of other times. So even though there's not a lot in this, it's still kind of hard for me to use masks up. So that's why I figured I would put it in a project. So that is the end of my end of May, beginning of June project pan, rolling pan update. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, but that's it for today. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're speaking to yourself kindly, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.